What's poppin', y'all? NLE Choppa seems like he's trying to win gold in the clout chasing Olympics because he's going after Blueface now, of all people. And from what we know about Blueface, he's not really somebody that's trying to do the rap beef. He's trying to get down. But NLE Choppa recently called him out in a track and specifically dissed him in a new snippet where he says, "F a Blueface will turn a Crip red, set trip sue," which is like a blood phrase. Now, I didn't know that NLE Choppa was a blood. Maybe this is just some artistic stuff. I don't really know, but Blueface would react to this on his Twitch stream because now he's a Twitch streamer in some capacity, or he was on Kick, whichever, but he was with these two other girls. One of them was this girl, Samaya. So I'm going to play you guys that clip of Blueface reacting to the situation.
Yeah, I made that career, but it's all good. You know how it go. You know, idols, you know.
Why did he diss you? What did he say?
Chat, I know he did not just say Suwoo. Chat, NLE a blood now? I'm confused.
Wait, why did he diss you?
He did that, chat. That was bunk. he did that. That was bunk as Him thought he ate.
Why?
Man.
Why? I'm confused.
You know when people career stop, you know, progressing, they gotta start, you know, like stressing, you know, exploring all the options. But chat, I love it, chat. This gives me an angle to press for the fade now. And if he turn it down, he's
like fight?
He's a.
You gonna fight him on stream?
What, whoop his
on stream?
My square?
Yeah. Oh, wait, can I play the song in the background?
Okay, come on.
So here, first thing we have to do off rip is make a couple of things. We need to establish a couple of things. Now, when Blueface talks about, oh, he made his career, this and that, Blueface did help NLE Choppa. Now, NLE Choppa had Shot of Flow, which was blowing up, but when Blueface hopped on the remix, Blueface was scorching hot. He helped NLE Choppa a lot. However, when we're talking about musicians and someone's output, NLE Choppa runs laps around Blueface. NLE Choppa wasn't even quote-unquote relevant in hip-hop for the past 2 years, and he's had hits. Like, the guy has hits across, like, kind of like multiple genres. He had more of like a dance track with that whole Slut Me Out song. So NLE Choppa is a good musician. He is a good artist. He is better than Blueface at music, and he is more and has been more musically relevant than Blueface for at least the past 5 years. But think about it. When was the last time Blueface mattered on a song? It was Moonwalking in Calabasas, which was what, 2020, 2021, and it was the song he had after that, like Another Fatherless Child. That was a good song too. Other than that, there has nothing musically that Blueface has done that has mattered. But that's just to get that out there. And Blueface talks about, oh, this is great, I can get a fade in. Now, a lot of people are probably wondering, why the hell is NLE Choppa beefing with Blueface? And we're going to go through the whole timeline of that because this is actually so stupid. Now, I'm going to play you guys another clip of NLE Choppa crashing out on Blueface on IG Live. I don't even know if this is a story, but I'm going to play you guys that right now.
Yeah, y'all talking about Chop having an identity crisis. Man, have y'all seen this duck ass face? What the f***? This bitch got every brand in the world on his motherfucking face. Cause you wake up every day, you want to learn how to be the best gangbanger. You pitiful, sir. You feel me? Mr. Butt Down Tatiano? Mr. Man, that's the only shit I can think of. It ain't that many of them. Man, you f***ed up, dog. You wake up every day, you don't even prioritize nothing bigger than some shit that ain't gave you nothing positive in life. Man, but you want to be respected. You wake up every day trying to be something you truly not. You the one really having an identity, bro. When I wake up, I thank God, bro. I put so much stuff before a rag, bro. As you supposed to. But you was a bitch and you waking up, you trying to be the best one, the most loked out, and it's just, you imagine trying to be the best gangster, the most loked out in the world, and you still not. Cause you ain't really, never even really did nothing. Did a few, you're in prison, man, I'm talking about, a few months in prison. Now you just did big. Man, now you all this cause you had a few peanut butter honey bun. Man, come on, man.
This doesn't hit right, especially when we go through the history. So we're going to circle it all the way back. Now, this started sometime in 2023 because, and keep in mind, not only is NLE Choppa beefing with Youngboy, he dropped a whole Youngboy diss track, which was pretty good music video too. Actually, a really good music video. Let me not take credit away from him or try to diminish the effort he put into that music video. Great music video, but it didn't stick because NLE Choppa hasn't been that scorching hot in hip-hop conversations, and this is why I think he's trying to create a lot of these different beefs. But one of the people that he's been beefing with, or two of them, are his baby mamas. Like his first baby mama that he was with in Memphis before he really got on, and then his second baby mama, which was the woman that was significantly older than him, like 6 or 7 years, which, like, oh yeah, that doesn't sound crazy, but it's not like NLE was 28 and she was 34, or he was 25 and she was like 31. He was like 19 or something and she was 26, and she was clearly experienced within the industry. It wasn't like, oh, she was just a regular 26-year-old that just went to college, had a regular job, and then just happened upon him. But they are beefing right now, and that's important because in December of 2023 there was a little bit of a beef because of the baby mama. So the baby mama of NLE Choppa claimed that Blueface reached out to her and was trying to crack. That's how this all started. And this is so ridiculous because in January of 2024 things would erupt because not because of Blueface, but because NLE Choppa decided to be tender. So this started with Blueface saying, I put Lil Bro on anyway. I know NLE baby mama want to hit. And he says, people rap about my Wessie dies all year long and mad when I rap about his. She decided to indulge in the circus on her own free recognizance. She entered the chat, nobody's safe. I'm not worried about a Muslim vegan crip on Schoolyard. That's his gang. I bet that's small fries. Squabble up or shut up. This is on January 3rd. You guys got to keep in mind. This is after Blueface this is right before Blueface was going to get locked up. He was rolling around in the street talking to Soulja Boy like, yo, Soulja Boy, I'm at this address right now. Where are you at? He was ready to get it on. And what does NLE Choppa say in this situation? Now, you could say Blueface got a little bit disrespectful, but I think where Blueface felt like, okay, let me up the ante a little bit on social media is when NLE didn't believe him, where he's like, yo, I'm not trying to crack your girl, dog. Like, what's up with that? But what does NLE Choppa say? Let's box. Who can set up celebrity boxing match in Vegas? Me and him hit me ASAP. He undefeated versus women. I don't respect the man that put his hands on him anyway. No, NLE, you got to listen. Blueface is undefeated in general. He's putting hands on everybody. Let's not try to take that away from Blueface. That's the one thing he wants to hold down is his squabbles. And NLE Choppa got upset by this because Blueface hopped on the Barbie remix, which was a song that his baby mama, his OG baby mama from high school, Jaden Alexis, made. So that song was actually blowing up in 2023. Towards the end, and he throws a couple of disses at a bunch of people like Offset, Cardi B, Soulja Boy, NLE Choppa. Like I told you, this was when Blueface was beefing with everybody, and NLE reacted to it and he said, I hit you personally to stop speaking on me. I thought ish was understood. Bet that. So that's where that happened. And then it goes on to Blueface hopping on IG Live like he was doing a couple days later, January of 2024, mind you, and I'm gonna play you guys this video clip.
I'm so pressured up right now, cuz I'm done with you rapping after today. All you niggas marks, all you niggas scary. I don't ask why. Like, my run a fade with me before any of you rap niggas, and that's crazy. That's crazy. Like, I already see NLE got cold feet. He talked to his mommy. His mommy was like, I don't think it's a good idea. And he was probably like, yeah, you're right. I kind of got my ass kicked on camera about 3 or 4 times already. I don't think I should publicize it and make it a thing. So let me talk about negotiation. Time to squabble up. You talk about a negotiation? What you want? A Honda Civic? We got whatever is to be negotiated, but we know what that means. You're finna outprice yourself. You're finna do all this relevant. I need this. You don't, but you asked for it. No sense. Just say you don't want to squabble up. I would. I can't believe this, cuz you could already see energy when shit get put together, cuz you could already see it. And I could see it. Cuz don't want to squabble. Like these niggas so boof, like, cuz. Imagine me popping it to it online, like, anybody that can set it up, let's do it. Then start putting shit in motion and you're like,
well, wait, I didn't negotiate my terms of the deal. Like, what? Cuz, you know everything is going to be contracted and written up. The flyer get posted and you talking about negotiations? Like, that sounds like some peace treaty shit, like some watered down, like, what are you on, cuz? Are we squabbling or not? Dead homies, like, bro, you pissing me off. I'm finna go run a fade, like, outside. That's my fault for getting worked up, though, cuz. That's my fault. You know why it's my fault? Because this is a Muslim, a vegan, and a Crip. So it's like a like that, he don't even know himself for real. Because he don't even know, like, that don't even make sense, cuz. Like, you eat paninis and tofu and shit, like, like, come on, cuz. Like, I'm really on that spot. Oh, Craig, bro. You really, like, oh, my God. Like, I never let the beef get cold on that's why I eat. You the type of nigga with your eyes closed. I can tell. Type of Muslim, vegan, and a Crip. Who's gonna tell him that you can't be like all three of those at the same time and not be looked at as like a booth individual to a real, yeah. I'm looking at you like, bro, that on that.
So here he's talking about NLE saying like, yo, this guy's ducking the fade, which he probably was. NLE's mama definitely did not want him getting beat up by Blueface because that's exactly what was going to happen. And soon after, he would get locked up. Blueface would get locked up for a probation violation for some incident that happened in Las Vegas. And while he's locked up in March of 2024, NLE Choppa starts clowning him in this TikTok that I'm going to play for you guys right now.
NLE, did you really touch her face? Bro, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
He had the one that was putting the Bluefaces in the toilet, man. Listen, man. But now we told him like $2 bills, $3 bills, 20s, 40s, 30s, whatever, 50s. But we never doing $100 bills no more, man. The Blueface is done, man. You give me. Hey, listen, if I catch any one of you niggas with some Bluefaces around this motherfucker, I'm gonna get y'all ass punched on like I'm pretty sure that. Cause you saying, nigga.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, man. That down the drain. And don't forget, Shot of Flow 799 remix featuring Lil My Boo. Hey, Lil My Boo, better not get that butt up to him. He said he wants your butt, gang.
So a lot of people felt like, yo, this guy thinks, the coast is clear. Blueface is locked up. We didn't know when he was going to get out. It could have been several years. Whack 100 was saying he's going to get out at the end of the summer. That didn't happen in 2024, but Blueface ended up getting out late 2025. But in that same month, while Blueface is still locked up, he puts out this announcement, NLE Choppa, that he wouldn't work with Blueface. I'm going to play you guys that clip right now.
Be 100% honest. And one thing that I grew to understand is just treat women the best way you can treat them. Treat women good. I can say, God watching me right now, I've never physically closed fist assaulted a lady. Like I've probably in my past like grabbed a lady a certain way or like kind of pushed them to keep me off me so I wouldn't assault them. But I've never fought a woman. Never punched a woman. Never smacked a woman. Never did any of those things. So when it comes to what I do music with Blueface, me personally, I just wouldn't do it because that's the part I don't respect. I don't really respect people that just put their hands on women physically to assault them. I'm not saying that I'm the best cat or the best, you know what I'm saying? Because in my past, I've had, you know what I'm saying, situations, but there's certain things I try to grow from and better myself from. So I just want to see it be right, I just want to see it being right, just doing a song with a person that I know that have done that.
This was completely unprompted. People felt like, yo, NLE had some accusations of pulling out a blick and airing it out or attempting to air it out on his first baby mama. And he's talking about, yeah, I might have had an incident, but I can't work with Blueface because, he put his hands on chicks. Like, dog, are we being serious here? Keep in mind, this guy was a huge Youngboy fan. NLE Choppa, he was a huge Youngboy fan. So it's almost like we see this syndrome from the Incredibles type of situation with NLE Choppa where people that he looked up to or had a lot of respect for aren't recognizing him in the way that he wants, and he's turning around on them and beefing with them, and they're confused and they're like, yo, what the hell, why does this guy have an issue with me? Which is the same thing with Youngboy, because he was fanned out over Youngboy. Even before he started rapping, people saw him with Youngboy merch on. Then this continues. So when Blueface gets out of jail late 2025, he hops on an interview with Club Shay Shay with Shannon, and I'm gonna play you guys that clip where he talks about NLE Choppa.
NLE's kind of like a clown to this shit, you feel me?
Oh, okay.
Whatever they say do, be gay, be Muslim, be a vegetarian, vegan, he gonna do it.
Okay.
He's going through a lot of phases. That's all. So he's growing up, but when he looks back, he's gonna realize, a lot of these phases were NLE Choppa. I helped this man. Got him all his little shit going. He used to video chat me with girls like, look, I know Blueface. I used to be like, yeah, that's the bro, f with him. You can't do that. And then 2 years later, when you feel like who are, start just saying shit like, oh, you
Yada, yada,
You
yada.
trying to say I'm taking it too personal?
Yeah.
Well,
But you learned, though.
if you video calling me to get some, that's a little too personal for me.
Yeah.
If you video calling me, look, I know Blueface.
Yeah.
Bro, what you mean?
But see, you had better times out. There were better times.
You don't forget shit like that. You don't get to do that. You don't get to 2 years later, you got a cool song or whatever the case may be, and you just think like, oh.
You thought y'all was really down, huh?
Not even just down, at least down enough for you not to go against me.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Feel me?
Yeah.
You can mind your business.
Oh, okay.
But if
you feel they spoke out of pocket.
Yeah, if you see my girl or you see something online, you don't
comment.
Yeah, you don't step out your body.
Oh,
I know him, the real him.
Y'all need to get into a room and y'all need to hash this out. We can do that.
Yeah, that's very easy to have a conversation. I'll tell him to his face, bro, what the hell is wrong with you?
Right.
Why are you like?
You upset at the fact that he commented on something that he shouldn't have.
Just put himself in yeah.
Interjected himself when he shouldn't
just picked
have.
a side, picked a side type. And you can't never choose the female. Now that's weird. You know what I mean? Imagine you and your girl getting into it,
right?
And I'm speaking up for your female.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Man,
you
Shannon, if you don't slap the out of me,
you ain't.
You feel me?
When you're right,
bro.
when you're right, you ain't wrong.
Yeah, man. Yeah, if you don't shut the up while I'm talking to this.
No, young lady.
Yeah.
Young lady.
So here you can kind of hear the hurt, not like the hurt because he's not an emotional guy, Blueface that is, but he's looking at NLE. He's like, yo, you were him my phone telling chicks like, yo, I just FaceTime Blueface. I'm with these chicks. You're cracking chicks off of the fact that you know my name. And this was probably when NLE first got into the game. And then now you're trying to get in between something that me and my baby mama got going on. And this is a good reference when we go back to something that it wasn't Rick Ross. It was 50 Cent where he said, you don't get in between the relationship that baby Birdman has with Lil Wayne, because Birdman was not allowing Lil Wayne to release the Carter 5 for years. There was contract issues. Wayne said he was stealing from him. And Rick Ross, who was always cool with Wayne but had issues with Birdman, tried to take this opportunity to keep dissing Birdman. And what 50 said is, listen, that's family business. You don't get in between those guys. You don't take a side because they're going to end up being back cool. And then you're going to be the odd man out because they're not taking your side after they're done beefing. And that's a similar thing that Blueface is looking at, where it's like, yo, NLE Choppa is trying to take this stand because Blueface got into it with his own baby mama, but that baby mama's still with Blueface. So who looks goofy now? She's not taking NLE Choppa's side, and he's looking at it like, yo, this is our business. You were my mans or my fan, and we were cool. I thought at least you would have the respect for me to not speak out publicly against me when it's something to do with my baby mama. It's not even like I just ran down on a random chick. Now, we're not co-signing putting hands at all, but what we are saying is that NLE Choppa's behavior towards somebody that he knows and the need to say all of this while he was locked up is just not cool. And also, NLE Choppa's playing like tough guy now. And it's not that we think NLE Choppa's soft. Not at all. But Blueface would go on. And so we're skipping all of that stuff. So December 2025 was the most recent thing that might have sparked NLE dissing Blueface. And this is just Blueface talking about what's been going on while he was locked up. So Blueface shows the DMs that NLE Choppa was sending him. I'm going to play that for you guys right now. And this is just the other day.
On chat.
Turn your brightness down. Show my chat.
This is what y'all talking about, chat. This in me?
Show my chat.
Chat, this in me?
Wait, let me see. What is that?
He done DM me 3 goddamn times.
Oh.
Come on, chat. Come on, chat.
Let me see. Oh, man.
This nigga fan, chat. This nigga fan, chat. What type of shit you dissing me and you DMing me? Talking about you comedy and nigga said with you 100. That's his page, right, chat? Clip that shit and let him know, hey, why would you diss your idol? person that you DMing every day. I see the date. It's not old news, man. No, what's I trash anyway, though. I guess he's a vegan, a Muslim, a Crip, a Blood.
I don't know nothing about that.
And he all at the same time.
So we're looking at this. I'm particularly looking at this. I'm like, what is NLE Choppa doing? He just looks like a goof while he's doing this, because he's DMing him constantly and he's showing love to Blueface. That is, Blueface hasn't responded to these messages, and you're dissing Blueface while he's locked up. You guys were cool making music. You're saying he's funny, and then now you're dissing him in the same way that you're dissing Youngboy. And Blueface even responded and said, I can't argue with the man who's getting his booty ate. Somebody get the baby oil. We finna play with his nipple. So this is funny, because the beef that NLE Choppa is having with one of his baby mamas is saying like, yo, this guy wanted his behind, targeted, which I don't know. That's not good allegations, considering some of the photos that NLE Choppa was taken when one of his songs became a gay anthem. He did some cover for some magazine or something like that and saying like, yeah, all communities are welcome to my music, which is all well and good, but you're dissing Blueface, who's a super crip that clearly doesn't give a F about anything. And he even said he's going to use this opportunity to push for the fade again. So what's the situation here? NLE Choppa called him out to a fade. He ducked the fade. Since then, 2 years have passed, and we have a lot of people that are willing to organize that fade. And by a lot, it's really Aiden Ross. So when Aiden Ross hits NLE Choppa's phone and all the streamers start talking about NLE Choppa's dissing Blueface when he was the first one to call for this fight. Because Blueface is, what is Blueface going to hop on a track, hop in the booth and start dissing you? Blueface doesn't really care about music like that from what I'm seeing. He's active in the streaming. He's a good personality. The reality TV thing works out well for him. So he doesn't need to be doing all that. And we're going to be looking at it like, okay, this guy called you out to a fade. So what's going to happen now? So I don't think NLE Choppa thought this out really. Maybe he thought he was going to have an artistic back and forth with Blueface, and maybe he's targeting Blueface because he found out that Youngboy is not going to reply, and beefing with your baby mamas, I guess you could do that. But I'm looking at this as if NLE Choppa's got some sort of an album. He's trying to get back into hip hop, because the past 2 years, I would say 2023 to beginning of 2026, NLE Choppa hadn't been talked about a lot, but his music was doing outstanding numbers. He was doing very, very well, especially considering the guy's got like a distribution deal. He's quite independent. But now I think he wants to get back in the mix within hip hop, and he's creating all of these conflicts to do that. And I think musically it works, but when your music is talking about this guy's set tripping and things of that nature, and you don't even want to run a fade with him, which is exactly what he's going to push for, because I don't think there's a single rapper that can beat up Blueface. It's just, we've seen the guy box. The guy's been training for 5+ years. He was just in there squabbling in jail, and it's not like, oh, he's just one of those quote unquote jail squabblers. No, like he's actually trained boxing for a long time. So no rapper's going to get in the ring with him. And we know if he does get in the ring with NLE's getting destroyed, and it's going to be even more embarrassing. So what's the outcome here that NLE Choppa expects? Us to be like, yeah, dude, that guy's Blueface beat up chicks, or like he got into it with his baby mama, so we hate him now just like you do. That's not happening. The fact that Blueface is entertaining is more than enough for people to keep messing with him. And the hypocrisy of NLE Choppa's accusations as well. But let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. And I'm going to see you on the next one.